is to Tablas Creek Vineyards here out in the Adelaide Hills. We're with partner and general manager Jason Haas, winemaker Neil Collins. Jeremy, this is going to be a fun day.
Oh man, these guys are way out here, man. We're deep into Adelaide territory. If you can kind of walk us through a little bit what you've put out on the counter for us today.
Sure, thanks for being here. So we're going to taste through wines today, starting with 2010 Grenache Blanc, 2009 Roussanne, 2008 Mourvèdre, 2009 Grenache, and 2007 Syrah, all of Tablas Creek estate grown and bottled wines. Okay, the 2010 Grenache Blanc, like all of our wines, estate grown, 100% certified organic farming, 100% native yeast fermentations, native malolactic, stainless steel for the most part on this wine, so you'll perceive no perception of new oak or any oak really in this wine. It's
very
just
clean.
Just bright, crisp reflection of the grape Grenache Blanc, I think. 2009 Roussanne. So Roussanne, unlike the Grenache Blanc, is fermented largely in small wooden barrels and some 132-gallon pungeons. Also some stainless steel, but as far as our white wines go, you will perceive more oak on this one than any of the other whites.
Yeah.
And that complements well with the richness of Roussanne. Roussanne's an incredibly interesting grape in that it's a difficult farming practice. I mean, it's tough in the vineyard. Harvest is tough. We harvest many times in single blocks. But it produces the richest and most long-lived of the white wines that we make.
What's the background? This is from the Rhone.
So
Rhone
it
region?
is
a
from
varietal?
the Rhone originally, particularly you see it both in the northern Rhone and the southern Rhone. Historically, it was used a lot in Hermitage in the northern Rhone, but it really struggles to ripen there. And I think now you are a lot more likely to find it in the southern Rhone than in the northern Rhone, where it gives structure and richness and ageability and kind of this caramel mineral character.
And a little kind of a caramel thing. That's interesting that you said that.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have
This
pinpointed
thickness
that, but
on the tongue, it's like it's
It's super rich.
Yeah.
I mean, Neil doesn't like to say it, but I think of Roussanne as being kind of a white wine for people who think of themselves mostly as red wine drinkers. A lot
Really?
of times.
Oh
It's
yeah, I get that.
It's got that kind of density and richness and ageability and complexity that most people associate with red.
What do you like to eat with this? I mean, is this a fish dish? Is this
I
seafood?
think this will handle anything. I mean, think maybe a mushroom risotto. You know, mushroom risotto.
I can't
with
make
some
risotto.
Lobster tail. 2008 Mourvèdre. So Mourvèdre is really the foundation of Tablas Creek red wines. I mean, they came, and I jumped on the bandwagon of making one red and one white, and it was always destined to be in the red Mourvèdre based, and it still is. The Esprit de Boque still is Mourvèdre based.
what do you pair with it? And one thing I do like about it is that it is so, there's a complexity enough where it's like I can enjoy it by itself. Like I can just drink it and go, no, this is yummy, you know. But what do you pair with it with that?
I mean, for me, give me some lamb out of fresh spring lamb would be beautiful with this, some venison
Out of your
some
vineyard
game.
over here?
Honestly, any red meat the sort of deeply flavored red meat is going to go well with Mourvèdre.
We're on to the 09 Grenache. The Grenache. Tell us about this, man.
Grenache is
Acquired.
immediately everybody
Yeah.
can enjoy Grenache.
I think
mean, they
Grenache
were
is being kind of like the puppy dog that sort of jumps up and licks you in the face. I mean, it's friendly.
Well, they were making jugs and jugs of Grenache. Not that I'm saying that's a good idea, but they were in the 50s and 60s, and people were gobbling it up. Grenache, as I said, Grenache in the early years we found to be a difficult one, some pretty dry tannins, and hence we didn't do a varietal Grenache until the 2006 vintage. Grenache will be huge in the Paso area. I think it's going to be a grape that flourishes as it has in Chateauneuf and the Côte d'Aron. I mean, Tablas Creek may remain the oddball of the area, being Mourvèdre driven, because I think Grenache is an easier grow and it makes such a beautiful wine.
Let's get into the Syrah. Go ahead.
Hit it up.
Tell me all about
my
it, boys.
favorite right here. I love Syrah.
Syrah will grow anywhere. Not anywhere, but it'll grow in all growing climates. Pinot Noir guys who are cooler climate are growing and making beautiful Syrah. Whereas
Very forgiving. It's an easy.
Whereas you go to a warmer climate and people are making much bigger, much more powerful, different style.
Yeah.
But you can still do it. You can't achieve that with a lot
Are
of
they
grape
different
varieties.
kinds of
You
Syrahs?
try and grow.
Would you know a cool climate Syrah?
Yo,
from
totally.
I mean, they taste different, but it's not like you have to plant a different
It's the same.
genetic vine to start with. It's the same vine.
Quickly, let's get to before we exit the wine club. Talk about it.
Sure. It's actually a good thing to talk about because all 5 of these wines were really designed for our wine club. These are all these single varietals are small production things that we do. So the wine club that we do, it's called the Vinsider Wine Club. We pick 6 bottles that we think are cool.
Vinsider. That is clever. That is clever.
we pick 6 bottles that we think are cool in the spring and 6 bottles that we think are cool in the fall, and we send those wines out to the club members. They're all done at a discount. But more than that, it sort of gives people the chance to be a part of the community here, come out and do events with us,
They'll
come
pick
out,
up
bring their
parties
friends.
twice a year. Pretty fun.
We pick up parties. We do a lot of educational stuff, too. I mean, we just did a blending seminar a couple of weeks ago. We do a
This guy?
harvest and
You
winemaking
guys are-
seminar.
it's
And
a lot of fun. Put your glasses up.
Thank you for
Tablas
having us,
Creek
for sure.
And the Cork Door. Cheers.
thanks, Adam. Thanks, Jeremy.